back at it again. We're on the road today. Came out and did well, I'm assessing today, and then we're gonna start working on it. Sorry about the dog in the background. I waited for them to calm down as much as possible. But it's a 53 or 54 wagon. Pretty sick. We're gonna do a trade job on it, so gotta get it all running. Pretty much get it all running, get it wired up. It's partially wired, but now that I'm getting into it, I'm finding that pretty much the front needs to be fabbed back up. This bottom cross member is barely bird shit welded on there, and then they got this cut, which is the radiator support, which is really the whole support cross member for the front. So I'm gonna have to start there, go back a little ways, take the front end off, fix this all up, get this all correct, the front sitting on it correctly, because I can't continue wiring and putting a radiator on when this is doing that. So yeah, we're gonna jump on getting this front end pulled off, and see exactly what we might have to do. Probably start cutting maybe this piece back off and seeing, well, just seeing what I have to do with it, really. And yeah, pretty cool little wagon though. Good little trade job. Some work for, we'll see what we get at the end. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day out here in Downey. Came out here today. It's Monday after Thanksgiving. We got this front radiator knocked out. It's all on there. I put these pieces of 3/4 inch pipe in there, drill it all, mount it. And I made little body mounts down here. You probably can't see them very well, but there's some little body mounts mounted to these, so everything's solid as can be. I just got done pulling these old inner fender wells out. The old ones were cut way up here. All this whole side was missing over here, so I just took those out, and he had some replacements, so I just had to do a little bit of cutting up around the A-arm, and then back there in the back I did a little bit of bending. I'm just gonna leave it for right now until we get it more fit. But these things are totally different. It just wonkied the whole front end out, so now I gotta work on getting those all straight. But yeah, got those in today. Got the front radiator mounted on, and we got those body mounts. Let's see if we can get up in here. Oh, it's too dark. Can't see those body mounts, but they're in there. Let's see. It's too dark on this side still too. Oh, let's get up in there. Let's see. Yeah, some really ugly body mounts, but they're body mounts, and like I said, the whole front end is super solid just with a couple bolts in it now. I'll pull this carburetor off real quick before I go, because he wants to send that to rebuild. But tomorrow I'm gonna come pretty much get this front end all squared away, get all the rest of the bolts in it, make sure it's all lined up correctly. Then I gotta start pulling this apart. I gotta put a short water pump in there. I don't know if you can tell, we got a large one or a long one in there, so I need to get a short water pump to bring that back. As you can tell, the brackets aren't even on here because it's out, so all this needs to come back. I'm just test fitting all this, make sure we're good. So tomorrow we might pull this off too. I'm not too sure. They're talking about maybe pulling this off and painting it before putting it all back together, but we'll see how that goes. Right now I'm just gonna pull this carburetor off for now. But yeah, you can see it's all trimmed up. Gotta get that back so we can get the fan shroud mounted on here. So gotta, I just gotta bend those brackets a little bit and get them to fit in here. But mainly this water pump's hitting it right now, so I gotta get that solved, and then I can move on to mounting fan and getting all this buttoned up and working on the motor. Once all that's done, I can start working on all that wiring. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get a lot of this squared away. Now that I got this all done, I really wanted to get this front end done, but it's looking bitchin'. I mean, looking as good as I get anyways for what it is. Mustang 2 front clip on a 54 wagon. So I can get these gaps to shut up. They were real closed, but like I said, I just replaced these in here and now it's all wonky, so it's gonna take a little finagling and hopefully it works out. Hopefully I don't have to hog out my body mount holes that I just welded on today and to scoot back any, but if I do, that's all I'd have to do, just wallow out the holes a little bit to get that to scoot back. But I'm getting covered with gnats now, so I think it's time to call it a day. Looking good though. Alright, Tuesday, back on the Chevy out in Downey. So I left off yesterday, I had it all assembled. I had just cut these panels. Today, water pumps off, radiators out, thermostats off, carburetors sent out to get rebuilt. So I just got back from getting the water pump and thermostat housing. So I'm gonna bust out on that real quick, get those done. After that, I gotta take these back out. See how these are rubbing. See, these are rubbing right here. I gotta bend this down into a 90 so it gives a little bit of rigidity up through here so it stops hitting that as well. This side's fine. This side needs to be trimmed back just a hair bit, then bent, and just a little bit trimmed up here just to make it more look like the other side. A little cut more up so A-arm has travel. I'm gonna get that done. Sorry I haven't been showing a lot of this one. I also brought rivets, so I have to take these screws out, line these holes up, put rivets. But I'm going to do that after, and then as well I'm going to finish up all these welds on these body mounts. So yeah, going to get on this real quick. Maybe I'll time lapse a few things, see how it goes. So water pump works great, really tight up against the chain, timing chain cover, but I didn't notice it's missing all the brackets for this, and it's missing the brackets over here for the alternator. So I'm going to try to do some crazy stuff and cut this thing apart, the old one apart, to get these brackets off that I need and just trim them the correct way that I need to trim them. So I'll cut this one like right here somewhere, this one down here somewhere, and then cut across here, and you know, cut all this stuff down here, and pretty much just make this piece right here, these two studs, into a bracket that will bolt onto the other water pump. Let's try it. All we do is try it. Well, it's been a while since I've been out here. Left my camera in this car since before Christmas, and now we're the 15th or 16th of January. So got the nussing belt, got all the alternator back on, bracketry, power steering pump down there, bracketry. Somehow that belt, power steering belt, went missing. Got a new carburetor on, got it all wired. Got the radiator mounted, radiator fan mounted, so that's all correct. Aluminum radiator, that took some doing to fit. Lights, everything's wired, front end's all on, fenders are bolted on. Been doing this for a minute. Haven't recorded much of it because I've just been so busy. Headlight switch, dimmer switch. I got the shifter on. I got to fix the shifter cable. I'm gonna have to get a throttle cable tomorrow. I gotta find one. Hook up throttle cable and throttle pedal. Tail lights. I just got all the tail light pieces, so now I can get those together. Yeah, it's been a minute. Just trying to get all these projects buttoned up at the beginning of January so I can start this year off good. Projects buttoned up and moving on to new ones. But here it is for everybody that wanted to know what I was working on and what I'm trading for. Working on that one and trade for this one over here. Quick view of it. Little Mazda B1600. Not a Repu, just a little Mazda B1600, but a lot of work for just a little truck. But yeah, getting it done. All right, time to go home, and tomorrow I'll come back and work on this some more. I get brakes working too, darn it. It's like just so much work, it's endless. So much work on this thing that have to be done. Nice, crumbles. So yeah, lots of work. Lots of work.